pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. Here I am with another Friday Reads. I'm standing out on my balcony. It's the first time I've been on my own balcony since we moved in 2.5 weeks ago. This is Kenji's smoking spot. This is, or when he can't stand another moment of me, he comes out here. Maybe he's smoking, maybe he's just trying to catch his breath. But I've never actually stood out here, and it's quite lovely as a backdrop for a video. I turned the air conditioner off in the bedroom, but there's still something running, but I did a little test. I think the audio's fine. Let me know. And I don't have a whole lot to say. Famous last words. But I have been reading 3 books. 2 of them are buddy reads. With Ange of Beyond the Pages, I've been reading Grand Hotel by Vicky Baum. Absolutely loving it. I would be shocked if it doesn't end up being a 5-star read. We've just got about 3 chapters left. And we're finding we don't have much to say about it. It's just such a delightful story. Wonderful writing, fully realized characters, a kind of cinematic portrayal. It was made into a movie starring Gloria Swanson. Is that right? Gloria Swanson? A few years after it was published, 1932 I think the movie was, so we're going to try to both track down and have a buddy movie watch afterwards. But yeah, it's really good. So that's all I got to say. Oh, just that you should, if you're interested, check out Vicky Baum on Wikipedia. She had an amazing life. She was a concert harpist, journalist, and I don't know, professional female boxer in Weimar, Germany. Or Austria. She's Austrian, actually. Fascinating life, so I want to read more about her as well as read more by her. She evaded the Nazis by having moved to America after her movie was made, and so she was out of Europe, thank God. And Michelle de Kretzer's The Life to Come. This is a buddy read with Britta Bowler. I had started it on my own last month, didn't get very far, and have picked up the pace quite a bit with Britta. I'm not going to speak for Britta, but I am really enjoying it. I think I'm going to end up loving it, but it's a little bit too early to say that. But the language is washing over me, and the narrative style is really intriguing in a kind of Virginia Woolf, The Waves kind of way. So washing over me. Oh, did you see what I did there? I don't know how it's all going to come together, but really interesting stuff about Australian literature and politics. So I've been picking Leah of Hide and Seek's brains as I've been going along. Yeah, it's rich. So I'll have much more to say about it. Probably finish it up by the end of next week. Didn't finish any books. The only book I started last week, I'm not going to mention it by title because I don't want to give too much negative publicity to. I don't know if it's a debut novel or whatever, but I did mention it by name last week that I would be starting it. It was a NetGalley book about a Pakistani boy who ends up in the Taliban. It was awful. First page I thought, maybe there's something here. Second page, oh my god, this is just sentimental schlock. No, yeah, I couldn't. So I checked, and on NetGalley you can return a book and just say I'm not going to review it, and then it's not a black mark on your record. So I returned it, very bluntly said, sorry, this writing is just awful, I couldn't do it justice and I won't finish it. So maybe I'll be on some shit list after all. But so that didn't go anywhere, and I didn't start anything else new this week. I think I have enough going on. In terms of TBR next week, I'll be starting Robinson, the second novel by Muriel Spark, as a buddy read with Adam and a bunch of people. I'm not sure who all is going to be continuing on to do Robinson, but I'm looking forward to it next week. And I think that's all I've got coming down the pipe. Oh, no, actually, once Ange and I finish Grand Hotel, we're going to start the Cynthia Popper Seton book, The Sea Change of Angela Lewis, or something like that. I didn't bring the book out. I'm a little bit frazzled today. I'll explain why. Well, in fact, why don't I just tell you that now? Kinokuniya Books had a book sale on today, and I also had books being delivered from Amazon, and I thought, well, if they come by 11, I'll have time to sneak out to Kinokuniya and peruse the book sale. And today is 30 degrees with 250% humidity. It was just a ridiculous day to go out if you didn't have to go out, and I didn't have to go out, but I went out and got a bunch of books. I'll show you 3 because they're not going to be part of any page 112 tag. I bought my second copy of the Essex Serpent. I gave my beautiful hardcover away because I didn't end up enjoying the book as much as the way that... This is a fabulous cover too. Can you see the way the green is flashing there? And I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I thought it had major flaws, and I seem to be the only person in the universe. No, I know I have some good company, but we are a distinct minority who didn't care for it so much. So I'm going to give it another try someday, and I'll probably do a vlog on my reaction. It'd be lovely to love it the second time. You know, stranger things have happened. And I got 2 lovely Virginia Woolfs. To the Lighthouse, which I read as an ebook audiobook combo last December, and I think it's maybe now my favorite Virginia Woolf. I love it so much, and for $4 I picked this up brand new at the bookstore. This is a book that I'm going to return to again and again. And also Orlando. I have never read Orlando. I think it was Wilson Shugart's and my exchange of page 112 tags where I experienced that excerpt and loved it, so I think maybe he and I are buddy reading it. He's already read it, I think. I can't remember. I would love to get to Orlando this year. And I got a bunch of others, including some gifts for some booktubers out there. Check your mailbox in the next few weeks. And then I came home. Now, I promised Kenji not to mention the name of this train station where I live, so I won't do that. But to get to Shinjuku from here, it's just one train. You change the trains, just cross the tracks. It's an easy change. So I went that way. But then to walk, Shinjuku Station is just a labyrinth. And to get to the bookstore from where I came out on the Marunouchi line, it was about a 20-minute walk, and most of it was indoors without air conditioning or outdoors in the blazing sun with no shade. But I did duck through a department store. And, you know, I thought I might have died if I hadn't have been able to walk through that ridiculously, fabulously air-conditioned department store for 5 minutes. And then I decided to come home another way so that I could go to my old station, Sasazuka, because they have the best wine, my favorite brand of wine. It's an Australian wine, Leah, Ange. It's the only place I can get it is at the grocery store there. So I picked up a couple bottles there. It'll get me through the next 12 hours, next 2 or 3 days, and then came home by bus from Sasazuka, because there's a bus that gets me pretty close to home, and I got on the wrong bus. I wanted the 66, but I got the 60, so I only read the first numeral, and I didn't realize until I hope this is not a really boring story, but until I was like 4 blocks out of my way, and then I was so far, and there was no other. So I have to get a taxi. Like, I thought I was going to have a heat stroke. Carrying my wine, carrying my books, dying of heat exposure, no taxis to be seen, so I had to walk the 4 blocks back to where I was supposed to be and catch the right bus, and eventually got home, but I was so overheated that I couldn't really do anything for about an hour. So I haven't had my wits about me, even to the low level at which I usually have them for the rest of today, so I kind of lost a reading day. I can't really read. I've done some video editing and stuff, but I'll maybe try to read. I got 1 hour's teaching tonight, and maybe have my brain back in working order enough to do some reading before bed, but if not, there's always tomorrow. It's a long weekend here. Monday's off, so I'll get lots of reading done over the next few days, and no more going out to book sales or any going out during the day unless absolutely necessary. And still go out for wine. That's always necessary. Alright, that's it. What are you up to, reading-wise or otherwise? Thanks for watching.